Just waiting until I see myself. There we go. Alright, so this is the game I actually can play and know things about. So this will go way better than the last one. Shouldn't have said that. So let's jump right in. In 3, 2, 1, go. And this time with splits, look at this. And I totally didn't mess up the entrance into the first level. So this is Super Mario Land 2, the vastly improved handheld Mario game over the first one. The controls in this one are way, way, way better than the first one. Which makes it kind of tricky to play both games back to back, but I think I can manage. Whoops. So what you see me here, what you see me doing, like I always jump at the rear part of blocks like this. I try to go for a technique called corner boosts, where I try to clip Mario into the back of the block and it pushes me out. So you gain 2 or 3 pixels by doing that per successful corner boost. And you can go for 20-ish corner boosts over the course of the run, maybe 30. I never counted them, which would save about 2 seconds at max, maybe. And there's also another technique you saw me attempt, but did not get, which is a super jump. I'm just gonna take my time to explain it here. If you let go of the jump button before Mario reaches the peak of his jump, the jump will go even higher, a whole tile higher. If one of the blocks here is 1 tile, then 1 block higher. Which is very useful in the next... well, in the level after the next one. In this level we will see the spin jump in action for the first time. Right here, we can grab power-ups from above, which is a very cool thing in this game. Speeds up the speedrun immensely in some places. I also just abuse iframes down here. I don't want to go in the sticky gel above. Right here. Yeah, I managed. You want to avoid all those cowfish, because they slow you down. Another one of those fancy spin jump grabs. And here you see me abusing the carrot power-up. If you played the game casually, you might think you would have to sink down after a while of fluttering, but if you actually mash the jump button for 6 to 8 times per second, you will not lose any height. Oof, I think I didn't jump high enough. Okay, I jumped high enough. So, usually you have to play this level kind of in a zigzag pattern. Right up, left up, right. But as you saw, I could just go diagonally up, because I did a super jump in the very beginning. And this is the first boss level. Bosses in this game are always look the same, boss fights. You try to get to the boss with a fire flower, and then you just try to quick kill the boss. And to get a fire flower, I have to go this weird path here. Grab the fire flower. This looks slower, but in the end, it saves time. Especially on the boss fight itself, which, well, you can tell, I guess you can tell. Just watch this. And that is the boss fight. That's how almost all the bosses will look in this game. If I do it right.
So, dear, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell our viewers why we did this block like we did
Go
with the
ahead.
2 land runs. Basically, what we wanted to do was showcase what speedrunning really is all about. So, your run is basically how to run the game normally, as fast
Exactly.
as you
Yes.
are. And then what we're doing here with Slash is we want to show how he pretty much destroys the game. This is where the speedrunning is really complex, and you guys exploit the living heck out of the games. So that's why we've got his run coming up next after yours.
Yep.
You're running Glitchless, he's running Glitched. And it's a really awesome glitch that he does to exploit the game ending. And if you guys want to see the world record route, please get your donations in, $90 to $300, and we will hit that incentive. So please get your donations in before that race, okay, guys? Now back to a regular scheduled program.
Thank you. So, in the meantime, we've made it to the moon. And the moon is a very special level physics-wise. Mario kind of floats, but not indefinitely, like you will land eventually. But there's also one interesting thing for speedrunning, which is he is faster when he walks than while he jumps. So that's why you see me doing things like this here and this here. This is not for like avoiding anything, this is to maximize the walking distance of Mario, because it's significantly faster. And it's only ever used in that level. It's another like peculiar thing about this game. Like they put these mechanics in the game and use them in only one level. Well, 2, there is a bonus level that also uses them. But I find it very interesting that they just took the effort to create and design that for that little of actually gameplay content. And yeah, this is the Star Song. I'm not a good singer, don't expect anything from me. Like, don't even expect me to try it. That's what I mean. It's something... Exactly. Like the actual lyrics would also like not be would not be conform with the no swearing.
Yes, this is a family-friendly show.
Exactly. That is why I'm not singing. Not because I cannot sing. No, no, no. So yeah, this is obviously an auto-scroller. There's nothing much going on here except the Star Song. So I just try to avoid lag in a few places and just try to not get hit. I cannot speed up this level. Well, that's the thing about auto-scrollers. Yeah, reducing lag by like shooting enemies while they are still off screen, like this fish here. There's one more fish coming up. We've made it past the like difficult or significant part of the level already. Shoot fish early, same thing as before, and we are closing in to the next boss fight. Which is one of the more tricky ones. It has a very tight timing window. Let's see if I get it. Okay, that's a 2 cycle. Like I shot him first 2 times. And then I hit him on the head 2 more times. You have to freeze him by shooting him in a very specific spot there. Like he oscillates up and down and you want to freeze him when he's at the bottom. Otherwise he will freeze for like 3.5 seconds, which you don't want to get in a run. 3.5 seconds is a lot in this speedrun. So that fight went really well. And yeah, you want to stay Big Mario for the fight, for this level. Otherwise you have to do a very risky backup strat to reclaim Big Mario for this level. Because like before, we want to exploit the spin jump and grab a power-up. And you cannot spin jump with Small Mario. So, that power-up I mentioned is coming up right here. There it is. Here I shoot the enemies like this to reduce lag again. Like, that section is kind of tricky to not get any lag. And there's a rather precise part coming up here. Let's see if I get it. Yes. 1 cycle blocks. It's not actually easy to do that. It's really hard. And we reach the next and last auto-scroller, I promise. This one is a very dangerous auto-scroller because nothing is going on here. And you can fall down and die. And since you have nothing to do here, you tend to play around. And yeah, everybody knows that. When playing around, you make mistakes and silly things. Let's avoid the silly things in a marathon.
But the silly things make things a lot more entertaining.
Do they? Well, dying on this level is very boring, believe me. It's not entertaining at all. Except you risk me swearing. So, we are done with this auto-scroller. And move on to the next boss level already. So by going to that auto-scroller, we actually skipped 2 levels. That's why we even go there. It's optional, but it's faster. Also notice the number in the bottom right next to the level timer. That is my enemy kill count. That kill count will come into play in the very end. Just keep that in mind. Like, have a look at the enemy kill counter every now and then. We want it to be at 99 before I enter the last level. And another boss quick kill.
You know, as bad as this sounds, for all the many years I've played this game, I never noticed that was an enemy kill count.
Really?
Yeah, I never knew that. I cannot believe I didn't know.
Well, there you go. It's like rather important for the speedrun. But not even super important. It saves... Like the tech that it's used for saves about 2.5 seconds. But again, for this game that is not trivial. I currently have the world record in this game, and when I took it back in December last year, I beat the old record by 0.3 seconds, so that is how close it can be in this game.
So on that topic, do we want to talk about you and Slash's relationship? How we should put it that way? Because I've noticed every time you even Google speedrunning for this game, you and Slash always come up.
Well, we kinda, like, as a duo, we kinda rediscovered the any percent category that he will run right after this one. And we pushed that really hard, and we went back and forth with world records. And that route had been there, sitting there for like 3 years, since 2012, since Muck, that like well-known tasser, got the world record. And nobody really tried to beat that time. And actually it was Slash who picked up the game and that category for the 12-hour challenge. And that kinda like made me also rethink and rediscover the category, and we like discovered new strats and like significantly better strats that saved in the end ended up saving over a minute over the old world record by Mug, which did not seem thinkable at that time. We even like that goes on. Well, that I am to blame for including task strats in the new world record route. which can be very frustrating when you run the route. But I guess Slash will tell you more about that during his run.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of afraid because his route is so fast. It's just a blink of an eye. We can't even hit the commentary.
Yeah, you don't have much time. But you usually have enough time to mention, like, a few things. Like frame-perfect tricks.
Right. What I may do is have him run it and then say, okay, step back and explain what the heck you just did.
Yeah. Or like, take a minute beforehand and just explain stuff. Now you will see that, because on the fly it's very difficult to talk about all of the things that are going on. But he has a lot of experience by now, so maybe he can word it properly.
I want to think he sees hex values in his sleep at this point.
He's working on he's been working for a while on a randomizer of this game, so he might actually have kind of a hex value brain by now.
Yeah, I actually got to lurk one day when he was playing with the music values for this game. That was actually a really neat experience to watch him do that. So hopefully soon in the near future we'll see a Land 2 randomizer.
Yep.
That seems to be the rage nowadays.
Randomizers, yeah. Very fun.
A lot of games.
Okay, this was the next boss. I could not quick kill this boss, as you saw. Even if you have the Fire Flower, you cannot quick kill her. She disappears after getting hit once, so 2 shots equal 1 hit on the head, so you want to finish it up in 3 rounds instead of 6, obviously. So jumping on her head is the way to go. And her patterns are completely random. We cannot figure out the patterns. And it doesn't really matter. You can react quickly enough to so it doesn't make a difference. And you also just saw me pass the Mario zone and go to the Turtle zone directly. That is because I have this power-up right now. And if I had not the bunny ears on this level, I would have to swim. And swimming is significantly slower than running and flying. Flying and running are the same speed. Also, I have to mash here really hard, so my voice gets kind of weak. Just bear with me for a few more seconds. And made it. You have to make it over that post there, over that pillar. And it gets kind of straining on your wrist and hand. Because you have to mash for like 25-30 seconds, I think. Okay, this level is one of the hardest levels. It's also like, for once it's because of the water physics. Swimming is kind of peculiar, like it matters how you press your buttons to swim quickly upwards. You don't want to stay in place and walk in the water because that loses a lot of time. And you also want to time a few things very precisely on this level. Like the upcoming stairs section. Okay, got it. These stairs are very laggy, so lag in this game is created when a lot of enemies are on the screen, and there were 3 turtles on that screen. So you don't want to be in that room for long. But that room also requires a super jump to get through it quickly, so you have to do the super jump while it's lagging, and the timing is totally messed up while that happens, so can be tricky. Or let's say tricky to learn, but once you like memorize the inputs, it gets better. But this is not an easy level, that's what I tried to say. The water physics themselves actually are kinda okay in this game. They are not horrible. You can control Mario kind of well.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to point that out for a lot of people because when you think of water as like extreme lag, but this game is actually really favorable for decent runs.
Yes.
Definitely love the water mechanics.
You still avoid pretty much all of the water sections in this run. Just because it's slower.
And I guess that goes, I guess for developers too, even something that I have to look at when I'm developing games is People think when you're adding water levels, they're really just mundane and slow, but as we saw with Tropical Freeze with Donkey Kong Country 2, Returns 2, water levels can be very fun when done right, and thankfully, Mario Land 2 did it first. So that's an example of a good water level done right.
Yep. Also, Super Mario World has like really good water physics, in my opinion. Like, you can do a lot of stuff in the water with Mario in SMW. Like, swim up at different speeds, swim down at different speeds, stuff like that. There's a very precise super jump coming up here. Just gonna point that out. This one here is a 2-frame window. Got it first try. It's always nice. And when I say 2-frame window, that means I have to press the jump button for exactly 34 frames, I think. Right, like 34 or 35. 2 frames. Right. Whoops! I should not miss that jump and that flower. Here's another one of those jumps. First try again. Okay, the two, like, 2-frame jumps made up for that small mistake. Also, now the enemy kill count comes into play slowly. Not yet, but from here on I have to pay attention to it. I can always correct it by like 2 or 3 throughout the game, but we are getting to the point of no return. Here I just, like, get hit because I can. No meaning to it.
If it's there, I will get it.
Exactly. Maybe it makes this jump easier, because you're a small Mario and the hitbox is smaller. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna go with that explanation. All made sense. I'm not doing any random things here, right? So, this is the last time we exploit the bunny ears. And we do it a lot on this level. Pretty much for all of it. Like, you notice conveyor belts at the bottom, right here. We want to flutter over this one, because this one goes to the left. It would slow us down. So, last few enemies. I want my kill count to be 91 here, which I now managed to do. Because there are exactly 8 enemies on the next level. And for time reasons, I'm gonna kill them all.
Definitely gotta say, damage boost for the win.
It's not a damage boost. Always have to discriminate between damage boosting and iframe abuse. You cannot damage boost in this game. Like, you don't actually get boosted. And I'm gonna kill all of them. 97, 98. Also gonna spin jump this block here. For some reason, if I don't do that, the game gets laggy. Like, not the whole game, but that section. And our last kill, right there. And this boss here has a quick kill, but it's not as easy as the other ones. As you can see, I have to, like, jump and do stuff precisely. Like that. That was a pretty good fight. On a run, I would be happy with a fight like that.
Yeah, I definitely have to say, going back to the bunny ears, I wish that was a power-up that Mario would have later in a future game.
Yeah.
It's just too short for the time. It was great. I love that power-up.
Yeah. So, it looks like we're on a good pace. If I don't die on the castle, this run can be sub 27 minutes. Which is like the big milestone every speedrunner wants to get, sub 27 in this game. So let's see. If I don't die on the first room, we should be fine, maybe. And I died. I actually did a like too short of a jump. That's a very rare mistake. So that happened. You actually want to do a short jump there so you don't hit the ceiling, because if you hit the ceiling, you fall faster. And you cannot make the jump at all. Okay, that was better. It's rough on runs. You come to this point and then one mistake and it's all gone. I jump on that wall there to like pre-spawn this platform here, so I can just jump straight onto it. Saves about 3-4 seconds. Okay, and from here on, like, I should not be able to die anymore. If I die here, then that's totally on me. So coming up is the section that you should pay attention to, that we like collected all these kills for. One more room. If I kill my 100th enemy, a invincibility star will come from the ceiling, and that helps me a lot in these two rooms here, because I can't kill these enemies right away. Okay. Last fight. The Wario fight is very consistent, or should be. If you do everything right, it should always look the same. You can actually manipulate his second phase if I enter it exactly at, like, when the timer is on a 4 at the third digit, he will drop down right away here. Right there. Otherwise he would flutter. Oops, I got hit. Just for safety reasons, I'm gonna take the power up here. And the last phase of Wario is absolutely trivial. And time 27:10. It's okay with one death. Also, let's go for one bug. The shoe around the world? No, didn't work. Sometimes Wario will throw the shoe to the left of the screen, will pass Mario and come back to the right of the screen. So yeah, that was Super Mario Land 2. Beaten normally as intended. So yeah, you will see the game played very, very differently in a few minutes from Slash. Definitely look out for that.
Alright guys, that was Super Mario Land 2 with Oh Dear. Coming up next is going to be Slash with his run of the same game. This one's going to be glitched. And if you want to see the world record route, please get your donations in. We still have some time before he gets started. So $90 more, we'll get that. And
Alright.
We'll see the game being destroyed. So stay tuned.
And with that, I guess I'm gonna give it back to Tommy. And I say thank you and see you soon and have fun with the marathon.
Thank you, dear. You're awesome, man.